I'll only eat it if it's chocolate covered. This video is for you, if you're one of those. We're making chocolate covered crickets today. Hey guys, Shelby Smith with Jim and Eat Crickets. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make chocolate covered crickets using our cocoa cinnamon roasted crickets. So you don't have to use these necessarily, but these are the ones I'm going to use because they make the most sense. But like if you're one of those people that kind of likes a spicy chocolate, like a, gosh, what do you call them? A chili chocolate, maybe our hot and spicy would be a good idea. Or if you don't want any flavor on your crickets, you can use our plain roasted crickets. Any of those would work, but today I'm going to show you guys how to make the chocolate hearts that I called Hoppy Hearts for our Valentine's Day promotion using our cocoa cinnamon crickets to end up with your chocolate covered crickets. So stay tuned. To make them, you'll need chocolate of your choice. I'm using Semisweet baker's chocolate. Second, you will need some crickets using cocoa cinnamon here. You will need some sort of a mold to put your chocolates in. Could be as simple as an ice cube tray. You'll need a spatula. And then finally, you'll need something to melt the chocolate in. Step one is to put the crickets in your mold. So you want to keep them below the level of the mold ideally, but I like to add more crickets than you would think just because I like the texture that it gives the overall chocolate. I prefer more crickets, but you can also do less if you prefer. Next up, it's time to get the chocolate melted. I personally am using the microwave to melt this chocolate, but you can also use a double boiler if you like. Whatever method you use, you want to make sure that it's melted enough that it's easy to pour, but make sure that you don't burn it. Now it's time to start making the chocolates. I like to go very sparingly with my first pour of chocolate on each of the hearts or whatever you're using as your mold. So I do a small amount on the first round, and then I shake it down a little bit, and then I go back for a second round where it looks like there's holes. So I'll do this multiple times so that I'm not really overflowing the chocolate and hopefully not making a mess, though I did a little bit. But then I tap it down each time on the counter gently so that I can make the chocolate settle as much as possible. The tapping is very important, and then like I said, so you don't end up with too much chocolate in any one mold area, you tap it down, and if you make a mess like I did, you can wipe it away with a paper towel. And this is what they look like when they're done. You'll see a few crickets peeking out still, but for the most part covered in chocolate and ready to go in the fridge. Once the chocolate is set, remove them from the fridge and then pop them out into a bowl or a container. Let them sit for a little bit. And here's your final product. As I said, I used a lot of crickets, so you can see some of them still poking out. So I'm going to give one of these a try. So here is our finished product, so our chocolate covered cricket. So just looks like a chocolate on that side, and you can kind of see the little cricket bodies on that side. So texture-wise, I'm sure you guys can probably hear the crunch too. Texture-wise, it tastes a lot like a Crunch bar. Very good, very sweet, but very good. I like them a lot. And so as I mentioned at the beginning, I used the cocoa cinnamon crickets for this recipe. You don't have to use those. You could use our hot and spicy for like a chili chocolate. You could use our plain ones. And if you wanted to like candy coat them some specific way before you coated them in chocolate, you could totally do that as well, or you could just leave them as the plain crickets. The other thing, you don't have to use the same kind of chocolate that I did. I just used the Baker's Semisweet because it's what we had on hand, but if you're more of a white chocolate person or you like milk chocolate, or maybe you're one of those weirdos like my mom who likes the 100% cocoa with no sweetness, try those out. Those would work great as well. Hope you enjoyed this. Go have some fun with some chocolate covered crickets. They're great for you as a treat, or they make an awesome gift for somebody that you are looking to get to try crickets and keep telling you that the only way they'll eat them is if they're chocolate covered. You can put that to the test now. One last thing before you go, if you guys could like this video, hit that subscribe button below and share this with your friends. It really helps us out building the community of eating bugs. So if you enjoyed this and you know somebody that you think would enjoy it as well, please share it with them. But like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, guys.